Good evening, Stay Wokers. This is your girl, Chantella Wallace. Oh, I'm supposed to have my little jacket on. My cousin said, is that how you dress for work? Because I had on pajama pants. I said, honey, my job don't even get pajama pants. I said, I said, my job don't even get pajama pants. Um, okay, so I'm getting ready to go on Facebook to make sure that this is public. Give me a second. I just have to wait for it to pop up. Takes a couple of seconds. For those of you guys who were on last week for Valentine's Day, thank you for joining. It looks like we got a couple of people coming in. So let me get here. I don't know why it takes so long for this thing to come through. I'm gonna log out and then come back in on here. So how is everybody doing? I want to send a special shout out to those who joined last week, which was Valentine's Day. So that was super, super special. I only expected to be on 30 minutes. We were on for a whole episode. Let me change this to public. Okay. We will go ahead and save that. Okay, so we are in public status. Let me see who we have on here. I'm going to put the comments up while we shout your city out, shout out where you at. If you are on here, let me see. I have Miss Juanita Hayes. Hello, Sister Hayes. That's my girl, the first one on here. Tevin Bradshaw. We got somebody watching from Florida. Tev Bradshaw. You should tap in and let us know what's going on, how that vacation is going. I can send you a link if you'd like to join. Just let me know. Tamara Rich is from the ONE, Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. We're going to have the scheduled guests will be coming in at 6:30 Central Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern. I'm going to have Betty McDowell. I was speaking with her. I see she's off. So this is one thing I want to do. I want to implement this. I know we've done it a couple of times in Stay Woke, but we haven't done it every time. I want to implement prayer every week. I want to implement prayer every week because it is so many people going through so many different things. We just don't know what they're going through. And because, we wake up every day and we all have problems. I get it. We all have problems. We all have things going on. But sometimes people have stuff going on that is just super major. And we complain about the things that, we're going through. I was on the phone about 45 minutes. Look at Cato, the one and only. If there's another, he's a phony. Vanessa Big Daddy is on. Big Daddy is on. Shanika Colbert is on. Netta Rats. I do not know how to say it. You're gonna have to spell it out like they do for Trump, where they do the long syllables. Monique Henry is in. She was on a few weeks ago. A great interview with her. I actually told my cousin about you, Monique, so you might be getting a call from her. Patty J. Morgan is in. I want to thank everybody for joining. I'm going to click, like I said, one thing I want to start doing is implementing prayer. I have a list here of people that I'm going to want to pray for, and then I'm going to let Betty McDowell come in. She's in Minnesota, and she is one of the reasons why I said I want to implement prayer, because she called me and she got some bad news and she want to come on here all happy and stuff. But I'm just letting you know, just the stuff that she's going through just made me say, hey, prayer is free. Prayer is strong. And from all of these people that I see on here, I know everybody is faith-based. So I'm going to say a prayer for, I have Sister Linda Brown, Sister Tawana Marks. And if you have anybody that you want us to pray for, go ahead and put it in the chat. Mr. and Mrs. Roosevelt Morgan, that is Patty Morgan and her husband. My niece, Denasia Tipler, she is strong. She is a strong, smart young lady. Just keep her in your prayers. I mean, we all think that we're going through a lot, which we are, but it's always somebody that's just got it a little bit harder than we do. Markia Bogard, Devin Thompson, my daughter, Shafan Wallace, also my mother, Mary Coleman Gould, Brother Dorsey Whitaker. Those are some names that are popping to my head that I just jotted down after I talked to Betty. Sister Crystal Chambers, praying for Sister Crystal Chambers. Oh, yeah, I heard she lost her daughter. Vanessa Warren, yeah, our niece is in Texas, and yeah, keep her in your prayers. At this time, I'm going to Betty McDowell. I think she's on. I'm gonna see if Betty is on screen. Betty, are you there? I think she jumped on the live. Okay, so I was trying to add you on the camera, Betty. Let me know if you're going to join once I see your face, but I'm going to go ahead. Betty McDowell prays for us for the past 10 or 12 years, have prayed for our family every Thanksgiving, no matter what state she's in. She prays, she calls us, we tell her what time we eating, and she calls 5 minutes before we getting ready to eat every time. And so she gives us a beautiful prayer of thanks every year. And so, so this is me just wanting to pray for all those people, especially Betty McDowell, after the conversation I had with you. Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, I come to you with a humble heart. I come to you with open eyes and an open mind. I come to you knowing you are the beginning, you are the end, and there is no in between. I come to you knowing you can do all things. I know all things come through you, sir. I come to you knowing that you are the Alpha and the Omega. We don't have to answer to anyone except you. Heavenly Father, I come to you with a strong build of faith. Faith and foundation. Heavenly Father, I ask that you look over these sisters and brothers. I'm sending a special prayer out to Betty McDowell, Denasia, and the Roosevelt, Roosevelt Morgan and his wife. Heavenly Father, I want you to pray and bless everyone that is on this prayer list, those that are not. Sister Crystal Chambers is going through. Heavenly Father, I ask that you lift us up. I ask that you give the family strength, give them guidance, Heavenly Father. I ask that you let them know faith and prayer is what get us through. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, I ask you to lift everyone up in the sound of my voice. Heavenly Father, put a healing down. Put a healing blanket that we have never seen before, Heavenly Father. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Thank the Lord. Amen. Oh, all right, all right. You can't go wrong with prayer. And, for those that people dropped off because we praying, hey, they didn't need to be on here anyway. So I just thank Jesus for the platform to even pray in this multitude for that. So we're going to go ahead and get into Stay Woke. We're going to go ahead and get into Stay Woke. Yes, yes, yes. We do need prayer. We all do, And this is the thing, y'all. We're getting older and stuff like that. And just like my mom, I have to remind her, I'm like, okay, so I'm like 4 years from 60. And, I can't do the same things that I used to. And, I don't like asking people for help, but I don't mind asking for help. I definitely do not mind asking for help. And so our bodies are not equipped to do the same thing we did when we were 20 years old. If that was the case, nobody would worry about getting older. So we have to know our limits and things like that. And I thank God every day for this weary old body. But I'm glad that I can get up and thank Him for it, because everybody didn't get that gift. The most precious gift, as my grandmother used to say, the most precious gift of all is a gift of life, to allow you to enjoy another day. So anyway, okay. So we talked about prayer. Keep Sister Selena shared in your prayers also. That's one of my Eastern Star sisters and friend, and she's like a daughter to me. But anyway, thank you for joining everybody. This week we are going to have two special guests in. Jock Johnson, who is an artist. He is an artist, entrepreneur, and a philanthropist. Along with his mom. I invited his mom. I don't even know if he know I invited his mom, but his mom is his momager like I am to Shiffy. So I definitely wanted to get her in here, because I don't want him get to talking and popping off, and then I'll be like, okay, here we go. We got another guest coming in. So they're going to be in at 6:30 our time. So it's 6:07 now. So what I wanted to talk about is I don't know if you guys see the video that I posted that went viral for Bill's Barbecue. Hey, Regina, how you doing? That's my sister and friend, Regina Addison. I don't know if you guys saw the video that went viral for Bill's Barbecue. First of all, they gave us 3 asses of the bread. Everybody, People was like, I never heard it called the ass. When y'all see the bread that they gave us, I mean, it was like a whole BBL on the. It was a whole ass of the bread. So I took it back, even though the guy was nice and everything. And I said, I'm not going to post it, but then I posted it because he was nice and customer service oriented, and they should have never sent that shit out. It was disgusting. And I can't believe when I was commenting, first of all, I want to apologize for commenting late. I just had a lot on my plate this week. And I know I was coming, y'all were probably like, what is Chantella saying? So I was coming in commenting. It was like 200 and some comments at the end of the episode last week. That was supposed to last for 30 minutes. So I went in and I tried to comment on everybody's respond, give a reaction or something to everybody's comment. So I was late. So when I was commenting, y'all, I seen that I ate a piece of that damn meat. Y'all should have roasted the shit out of me. Y'all should have roasted me. Y'all should have roasted me. I took a bite and I was like, what is this? But yeah, I ate a piece of that meat. I didn't even remember eating a piece of that meat, but it was so disgusting. But if you didn't see it, I am going to show you the video now. Give me one moment, please. Let's get this video queued up because, baby, it was a hot ass mess. Shit from Bill's Barbecue. Look at this. What kind of shit is this? This old ass meat. Black as tar. What the hell? And then they gonna have the nerve to serve you the ass of the bread. Oh, I'm taking this shit back right now. I will let y'all know how it go. So I know I'm gonna have to go down here and act up ass because I know these brothers gonna be acting like it's their money when it's not. How you doing? I want you to take a look at that food. This is the receipt. My mom just bought this food. The ass of the bread. No restaurant should be serving the ass of the bread. Look how disgusting these are. This shit is horrible. So, yeah, I want my money back or some fresh food. And I do not want, here's my receipt.
All right, can you take that off the counter and I can give you your money back?
Okay. I mean, it's y'all food.
Okay, we get it, but I mean, it's not supposed to be. Thank you for bringing it in, though. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for your professionalism, too. Yeah. Let's say hi. What's up? I had to return some food. He was so nice, I ain't even gonna post it. Oh, you want it?
What are you trying?
Here. Happy Valentine's Day.
God bless you.
You too. So that guy was so nice. I don't even want to post it, but I'm gonna post it because he had excellent customer service. Okay. So for those of y'all who didn't see it, when I went to sleep, it had like 400 views. And when I woke up, it was at 10,000 views. And then by the end of the day, it was at 30,000 views. And I was like, of course, I wasn't able to comment on all of those people. I wasn't able to respond on all of those people. So a lot of people were like, the ass of the bread. They couldn't believe that. I mean, that's what it was. It was the ass of the bread, literally. So that was my experience. So this is some things after I watched it, some things that I looked. First of all, y'all see my face, how I was looking when I came in. So I was ready to destroy anybody or anything in my way that was ready to talk shit. So I was like, damn, I was looking at me and I was like, hello, how are you? But my face was not giving the hello, how are you? I did the correct salutation, but my body language, baby, it was a whole nother thing. So I didn't know if anybody noticed that. And then the second thing was when he said, like, take the food off the counter. And I was like, well, damn, this is your food. At first he tried to get it. He was about to get a little saucy. And if y'all don't know, I was recording myself. Y'all couldn't tell by the angles that I had. I was killing it on the recording, but he was like, yeah, can you take the food off the counter? No, I mean, I didn't get that. What would the food being on the counter have it? This is y'all nasty shit. Now, what y'all didn't see is because I edited the video when I said, well, where can can you throw this away? He said, no, it's y'all shit. What do you mean? No, he was like, no. I said, well, where's the trash can? He said, outside. So that guy that stopped me at the door, he was like, what are you doing with that food? And I was like, what did he say? I thought he was saying something because he was like, are you on live? I was like, yeah, I'm on live. And he was like, what are you doing with that food? And then that's why I came back in and gave it to him. So if he ate that nasty shit, more power to him. More power to him. But yeah, so that was my experience at Bill's Barbecue. It was so many people. It was like several people that used to work there that was on that feed that talked about how they do their meat and just don't ever go back there. Hell, I would never go back there based on my experience there. But I was just like, wow, people were coming out the woodworks. And I was like, damn, I was like, but it ended up getting like 48,000 views. I was like, oh my God, I could not believe it. Now you can post positive stuff and happy stuff all day on Facebook. You might get 10 views on it. You post some negative shit and it's coming. They're coming out the woodwork. They're coming out the woodwork. So I just had to show y'all that in case y'all didn't see it. Miss Juanita said she hollered. Vanessa said the ass of the bread. She's getting a kick out of that. But did y'all see that the bread had like a BBL? It was like yeah. And they gave us 3 pieces of that. I want to shout out some people that are in here. Lavelle Wells, welcome. Thank you. We got 3 guys in here. The men usually run away from y'all. Ladies, we got 3 men in here. I got Tony Gould, Lavelle Wells, Sherman Wells. Okay. 3 dudes in a row. What did y'all do? What y'all must be doing something out there. We got Kim Hollingsworth in the house. Betty McDowell is watching from Minnesota. Vanessa Warren, Regina Addison. Of course, Miss Juanita Hayes was the first person on here. Selena Shear, Tamara Rich. Serena is in a meeting. So Serena is usually one of the first ones on here. She's in a meeting. Crystal Bonner, Monique Henry, Patty J. Morgan, that's $ Patty J. Morgan, Brother John Gould, my brother Tevin Bradshaw is watching from Florida. So thank you guys. If I missed your name, Carletta Venable, I just see she joined. If I missed your name, please charge it to my head and not my heart. Again, thank you guys for joining. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I wanted to do a moment in Black history. So I've been in training for the past couple of weeks. So Monday was the first day I was integrated with my new team because we had some layoffs at the job and my supervisor got laid off. So it was my first day on with the new team and Monday. So today was our first meeting. So y'all already know. I said, well, I would like to make a suggestion. I said, it's kind of late in the month. I said, but I said, of course, it's volunteer only. I would like for some of our teammates, if you can go and research a notable African-American, not like Barack Obama, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, someone that you don't know about, and then present them. I said, it's only volunteer only. I'm not trying to pressure anyone. It's Black History Month. And I would just like to, for us to educate each other. They probably was like, damn, this bitch first day on our team. This her first day on our team. And I was like, hey, I've been in training all this time. We only got, 7 days left for Black History Month. And we got 1 extra one. But I just think that it's a good way to engage. And plus, I just want to see what they come up with. So I gave them an example. No one in the whole room, even the 2 Black people, knew who Sister Shirley Chisholm was. So if y'all don't know who Sister Shirley Chisholm is, she is the first African-American woman to be run for president of the United States for the Democratic Party. And she was also the first Black senator. She served from 1969, I believe, to 83. She had a long term and she left on her home merits. And she was so smart. When I tell y'all, if y'all go on YouTube and watch some of her clips and videos, oh my God, she was so smart. And honey, she let them have it. She was an activist and she did not take shit. So I implore, and a Delta, Vanessa said, and a Delta, baby. Honey, Sister Shirley Chisholm is the business. So if you don't know about her, or even if you do, make sure you pass this information down to some of our younger generation, because I mean, sad to say that information is not being taught. Parents are not My mom was on it. The way she made us watch Imitation of Life, the way she made us watch Roots, and we told her we sleepy, but it was so educational. It was something that we needed to do. I don't care if you're an auntie, grandmother, start talking. And you wouldn't believe how many of our kids don't know our history like that. These are important people. So yeah, I broke the ice. It's like, do you have an icebreaker? I said, yes, let's do a Black History report, Black History Month report. So yes. I am like, okay. Thea Gibson. Now, was she? I don't want to be ignorant. Tell me who she was. I thought she was a tennis player. I could be mistaken. Patty Morgan says she did not play. She was a Delta. Hey, Sister Moran is on here. Hi, Sister Moran. I called you a couple of weeks ago, Sister Moran. I know you ain't returning my calls, but it's okay. I still love you. Yep, I know you've been busy, so I called you a couple of weeks ago. We have about 10 minutes before we Betty McDowell was supposed to join us. Let me see, replying to Vanessa. She played tennis. Okay. So yep. Okay. See, I know my little Black history. Oh, we got Karen Curry on here. We have tons of inventors. Hey, drop some people name in here. Let's shout them out, even if they're not around. It was so many things we didn't get credit for. I mean, and we couldn't even brag about it. So if we have the time to brag about it, let's let our people shine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Monique Henry, I do Black History Thursday. It runs every year around. My grandson is ready. And I know that's right. She said he knows he's a king. He knows he's a king. I know that's right. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. My family was part of Rosewood, Penn, Florida. The ladies that they took to Gainesville. Oh, that's $ Patty J. Morgan. Her family was part of the Rosewood. You guys know where Esther Rose was on there. Do y'all know the funny thing? So Esther Rose is the mama on Good Times. So when I seen Rosewood, y'all, it was just so real. And, I was just bubbling. I was boiling. I was, just pissed. Like, what the hell? When I seen that, it was so real. When I seen Esther Rose on the interview, I was like, I thought she was dead. I mean, I just put her in the role of the character on Rosewood that she played so well. And I thought she had passed years before she had passed. But if you haven't seen that movie, and if you have the kids over, whatever, sometimes you need to sit them down. That damn YouTube that these kids watch, like, I don't even understand it. People playing video games and they're just mesmerized. Get them mesmerized and some education. Give them some incentives to want to sit down and watch stuff, because this is stuff about us. Very important thing. So let me see. Delta's having a side hustle Saturday on 316 at North High School. Entrepreneurs and business owners invited. So make sure you check that out. The Deltas are very, very visible in our community, and I definitely love that. So that is again on March the 16th at North High School. What is the time, Vanessa? Give us the time. Tamara Rich said golfer also mentioned to highlight her in the life struggle, arrogance, and getting humbled down, everything we have experienced. That is so right. And the thing is that my grandmother raised us to be humble. And she raised us to be hustlers at the same time. And she raised us not to take stuff. So it's lessons in everything. If you open your mind up to things, if you're closed-minded, you're not going to learn anything. I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care how much street smarts you got. I don't care how much shit you think you know. If you do not open your mind to new experiences and walk in the room with an open mind, you're not going to learn anything. I got Brother Sherman Wells on here. I got Anthony Gould on here. And these people I know, that's why I'm calling them out. And we've been in positions where we have been, it may be an uncomfortable spot for us to be in. And some of our peers may say, I don't know why they going to that meeting. I don't know why they doing that. Oh, those meetings that I took, honey, I got to learn people. I studied people. I networked with people, and I was open. My mind was open, so I learned things. So don't ever, when people say, oh, no, I ain't going to, I'll be like, that's a big mistake. I don't care who it is. If you don't like the person, that's a big mistake. You will learn something. You will learn something if your mind is open. Let me see. Frederick Jones is the one who invented the air conditioner. Okay. Selena Sheard gave that shout out to, oh yeah. Oh, Karen, I'm glad you said shout out to Fonnie. So I got to eat my own turd. I went in on Fonnie last week. Cause see, I was just listening to the hype on the news and stuff, and that's what we have to stop doing. That we have to stop listening to the hype around the news and everything. They had me thinking this woman took money and all of this stuff. Don't believe the hype. I am going to eat my own poop because Fonnie Willis, honey, let me tell you, baby, Fonnie Willis gave it to him. The thing that just cracks me up the most. Okay, so I was like, man. So she was like, I don't know if y'all seen her. She was like, and I know she didn't plan on. I'm gonna say it. I know she didn't plan on getting on the stand, because when she came in and tapped her attorney on the shoulder, they was looking like, what the hell? And she didn't have on no Spanx. So that was spontaneous. So everything she did was in the moment. She probably was watching. This is my interpretation. She watching her man on the thing looking like, what the, I know God. She is heated, pissed back there, watching it on TV. She pissed. And she's like, oh, fuck this. Fuck this. I'm going on there. She got up, and I know she didn't know she was going on, because she would have had a girdle on or some Spanx, and she didn't. So I know everything was in the moment. She must have walked up there, baby, put her hand on that Bible. She must have read them from rags to riches. I said rags to riches, baby. That was so damn hilarious. And I was like, man, I was like, okay, Fonnie, you can't be so mean. She was just so, I'm gonna just say she was hood. She was hood up there. I was just like, her posture and everything, but I was living for it. I was said, oh my God. I was like, give it to him. But then I said, oh, the people are going to judge her, say she was too aggressive. But they call all of us, any Black woman that stand up for themselves, especially in the political realm, we're angry Black women. That's why when you guys come down on Kamala Harris so hard, she laughed. Like my grandma say, you laugh not to cry. And like when she put her hands like this, you will see her hands are always like this in front of her. That is because they think we're aggressive. When we talk, Black people, men, women, we talk with our hands. That's what we do. Y'all don't know how hard it is sometimes for me to keep my hands down here, because we express ourselves with, I'm moving them down here. Y'all just can't see it. We express ourselves with our hand. And, but baby, she didn't give a fat rat's ass. Honey, Fonnie was on that stand. But when she told them, she said, no, yeah, I'm not on trial. She said, I'm not on trial. You are for stealing an election. And when she was like, this is a lie, I mean, she tore their asses up so good. She tore them up so good. They was like, we meet more time. Honey, at 8:00 a.m. when that courtroom opened, Your Honor, we have no questions for her. I said, baby, you delivered. When they say they have no questions for you, when see, they wasn't prepared for her. And one of the commentators on the morning show said they don't have anybody on that entire team of culture that would even understand the things that she was talking about. Like Black people, up until maybe 25 years ago, they didn't put their money in the banks. Y'all seen what's that with the man with the money in the TV, Soul Food? That was some real shit. My grandmother never put her money in a book. All her money was in coffee cans, and she had stuff under her bed. She didn't put. So for you to have cash at home, and they just couldn't understand that. They couldn't comprehend that. And you know, her father was an amazing attorney, and we keep money at home now more days now because of debit cards and things like that. We have become more integrated into the financial institutions. But back then, and then like me, I keep me a little money home every now and then just in case something come up where I'm not able to do a debit card, because they don't let you bond out on debit cards or credit cards. When anybody have to call me to bond them out, I have to go to the bank to get money. So, but back then, hey, some people was raised like that. It's plenty of people don't trust banks. So I just want to say I apologize, Fonnie. Can somebody please tag Fonnie in this, because I'm apologizing, because I'm going to eat my own poop today because I did not give you the benefit of the doubt. And I hope, I don't know, have they made any decision, anybody? I haven't been on TV today. Have they made any decision on whether she's going to stay or go? But I do know that the judge was very favorable for her. When he told that man, he was like, well, you're not listening either. He said, I told you to be quiet and you're still talking. But he let Fonnie have a lot of leverage, and I definitely appreciated that. So let me see. It's a bunch of people talking now since we talked about Fonnie. Don't judge a book by its cover. You are right. Kim says she responding to Vanessa, says she got gangster real quick. Did she? She came in gangster though. She was not playing. She was not playing. Yes, she ate her up. Patty J. Morgan. She ate them all up. Vanessa Warren. She went in like you went into be. She definitely did. She definitely did. She definitely did. Betty McDowell said again, Miss Regina. Oh my goodness, y'all are cracking me up. Preston Hogan, welcome. Y'all, we got 5 dudes on here. Ladies, what is going on? They usually be scared to come on here, but hey, Preston, did you rally the guys in and say, don't be scared? Don't be scared. Shanika Kober says Stephen Henson invented ranch dressing. He was the original owner of Hidden Valley. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Thank you for the lesson. I appreciate that. Patty J. Morgan said, right, because I still have a stash. I know that's right, Patty. I ain't gonna tell them where your stash is. Karen Curry said they are still stunned by her presentation. They are. And they was like, oh, she was just too angry. Honey, Mika Berinsky on Morning Joe. Mika was like, oh, honey, they can say what they want to say about Fonnie. She came in there and let them know what to expect when that fool go to trial. She was like, oh, yeah. It was amazing. I was living for every single minute of Miss Fonnie Wilson. I was living for her. Okay, so it looks like that I am waiting for the guests to join. It looks like that they will be in a couple of minutes. It is something else I wanted to one of the things I wanted to talk about is these disrespectful ass kids. We have talked about this a couple of times on Stay Woke. We've talked about this a couple of times, but people, okay, I'm 56. So if you anywhere there, if you're over 20 and you still talking about the shit your mama didn't do for you, if you got 2 kids and you still talking about the shit your mama didn't do for you, and I have to take care of my own kids, you're supposed to take care of your own kids. And if your mama helped you, then that's just extra help that you're getting. Because once you have grown up and migrated out of the nest, you are an adult. Do you expect nobody to take care of you? You take care of you. Take care of you. You take care of your children. Stop with all this mess about my family don't do nothing. We don't have to do nothing for you. I don't have to do shit for you. I don't have to do nothing for my kids. My kids is grown. Anything I do is because I want to. Period. So I'm sick and tired of y'all grown ass kids keep talking about what y'all mama ain't doing for y'all, about how nobody took care of y'all, about when I was little. Yeah, okay, get a therapist. Get over it. Quit bringing that shit to your mama. Quit bringing that. And y'all disrespectful asses. Oh, y'all go, honey, you better look at the book of Ephesians and find out about honoring thy mother and thy father. If you want your days longer, you better act like you got some sense and quit disrespecting your parents. I see Miss Moretta has tapped in. Let me get Miss Moretta in. Okay, this is Moretta Johnson in from Atlanta. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Do you hear me okay?
We hear you fine, baby. You coming in loud and clear, and your is Chris. This is a new man we got on, y'all. Oh, why don't you introduce yourself to the Stay Woke audience?
How did I beat Jock on? That's what
I
I
know. You know, I will be on before Shiffy. So,
Oh my God. You want to switch? You want to switch, kid? You want to switch?
Oh, we have talked about that in the past. Miss Moretta and myself are both momagers, so I am so glad she is on today. And her son, she is a mother of Jock Johnson. And so, Miss Moretta, how have you been doing?
I have been good. I've been good. Your daughter has me laughing so hard. Sometimes I get embarrassed by what she writes because I'm like, okay, she grown. I forget.
I know. I be texting her saying, girl, that was too much for me today. I didn't comment.
Oh my God.
I know, but I still be laughing. I ain't gonna lie. I be
I
laughing
laugh.
on
Yeah,
the
I
other
laugh.
side. I
I
be
need
laughing.
those laughs some days.
Yeah. That's what I told her. I said, when I sign on to Facebook, Shiffy Wallace is the first Shiffy. I go to her page first. I say, let me see what she did. Let me see what she said. And I mean, she do give me a chuckle. There is Jock right there. Miss Moretta, several people are saying hi to you. They remember you from last time. Hey,
Oh,
how
hello,
you
hello.
doing?
How are you guys?
They are saying hi. Miss Moretta said hi. Give her hearts for being in. Her and her son, Jock, are in from Atlanta. Jock, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, all right. We've already had your mom on the show before. You know, I love your mom, but no one has seen you on the show. So I want you to give a brief introduction of who you are. Who is Jock Johnson?
Oh, sorry. You said you want me to do it?
Yes.
Oh, for sure. So my name is Jock Johnson. I'm an artist out of Atlanta area. Started music professionally around like high school. It's probably going around like 12 years ago now. Um, yeah, I've just been like out doing my thing with the music, television. I was at the time the youngest producer in television ever at that time. So yeah, just been going on with those things and trying to get everybody to know who Jock Johnson is.
Wow, I think they know. I've been following you for years, following your mom for years. So I want to give them a close up of you. So I changed the view of the camera so they can see you. This handsome young man is a product of Miss Moretta, and he is not only artist, entrepreneur, like he said, one of the youngest producers. It is, and then he's also a philanthropist. I've seen you doing things in your community, volunteer work. And what comes along with being an artist is, you know, everybody think you get paid for everything. You have to do some things for free, and sometimes you just want to just because of the cause. And I've seen you do that, so we applaud you for that. I wanted to ask you, what is one of your most treasured, whatever it says, community service or volunteer products?
Mm. Um, I think most like memorable. We had did a benefit concert. It was like a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
but it just kind of stuck with me. We did a benefit concert for this little girl who was kidnapped and she was found dead, unfortunately. And we did it for her family, just for like different things that they had to pay for. And the whole community really came out, and we had a lot of great artists, different artists from the city that came out and performed, and everyone gave their support and sold tickets and things like that. So I think that
Oh,
was really the big one.
that's very heartfelt. That's I mean, that would be at the top of my page too. I also, when I was watching your show, I watched all 6 episodes. I watch every week. So when I was watching, I seen you at the Mayweather boxing club, and then I saw where you have, and it's all about networking. I just seen you pick up the phone and was just ask somebody to bring I don't know how much, it's probably $300,000-$400,000 car over. Oh yeah, which one you want? And so and so that's how I knew that you're serious about your community service efforts, because you didn't have to do that. You just called, and then now, what kind of car was it that he brought over?
He brought over a McLaren and a Mustang GT.
Okay, yeah. And the kids were so excited. They had their gloves on, Miss Moretta, in there. They was don't even take my gloves off. They had their gloves on, moving around, staring around. So thank you for that introduction. If anybody have any questions, please put them in, and I'll ask Jacques or Miss Moretta. Miss Moretta, you and I share something in common. Besides being African American women, mother, we are also one of few, not many, momagers to our children. So explain. I want you to explain, because I'm against Jock's position, because Shiffy's definitely gonna have a different position than me. Explain the dynamics of being a momager.
Okay, first, let me go ahead and say I'm Moretta Johnson Ross now, because I keep forgetting
Oh,
I've been
my,
married for
my
7 months. No, because see, I'll get in bed tonight and I'll get a tap and go, hey, your last name Ross now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, get it in there. Get it in there,
So
Mr.
so let me
Ross.
just say that I'm newlywed and I forget sometimes. But Momager, if you've been watching the show, I've since been relieved of my duties. and we're now partners. There's a new manager in town, but and I got to learn my place, I was told.
I
But
seen that. I got that clip up just for the record.
oh, okay. But I say this, you and I both know, watching them turn into adults when you're helping them as teenagers, when they turn into adults, then all of a sudden you know a little less. But I had to come to I had a meeting with Usher's mom, and I remember she told me they started having all types of fallouts. And I had a meeting with K Camp's mom. She's my friend, and she was telling me the same thing. And then the next mom, celebrity mom, told me the same thing. And I think when they come into their adulthood, then they gotta showcase, what they know, and whether it's good or bad. And sometimes I must say, I'm gonna say this.
Sometimes.
He has been so right on
Uh-huh.
a lot of things when it has to do, especially when it has to do with people coming into our circle. He has this gift of seeing the bad, the ones we probably should avoid.
Right.
And he doesn't have a problem with skipping over people, not giving them his time when he doesn't feel
That's
good about
awesome.
it. I, on the other hand, I try to see the good in
You
everybody, and
do. You do.
try to, and sometimes it backfires on me, but he will walk away from a conversation and just move on to the next thing. So I've got to give him quality for the growth and the young man he's become, with his ability to decipher the good and the bad.
Well, that is an awesome gift, Jock, because some people are 70 years old and still can't decipher the people they need in their circles and the ones they need to move out. So when I was watching the show, I saw you. I saw when your mom, she just spoke that she's a newlywed, and it looks like she was saying something about being engaged, and you was like, and then you was like, so from my understanding, Mr. Ross did come to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, come to you. So that is much respect. That just lets me know how mature you are. Because a lot of times people do not, they don't do that, and then they definitely don't approach the son. So that's just much respect. And then I see that you are happy for your mom. I seen that on the show, so I know that it was definitely getting used to being around somebody new. So hats off to you. So I want to introduce. I want to show this clip, Jock, because I thought your introduction was really, really. I like the introduction on your episode. So give me a moment. I'm going to cue this up. Yeah, I
selfish and not share, fully open. I've put in the work to figure it out for myself, so now I'm curious how the world chooses to answer the question, who is Jacques Johnson? Still a long road ahead.
Okay, Jock, the reason I picked that clip was because what you said about your music. You said a lot. I mean, you're a young man. You said a lot. You said, I have to protect my music. That kind of like stood out to me like boom. So tell us what you meant. Tell the Stay Wokers what you meant when you said you have to protect your music.
So I mean, it's like the music is a reflection of who I am, but it goes deeper than that. Like just protecting yourself from different people, different energies that I just don't feel like align with. Like I said, I did the work in figuring out who I am, who I want to be, and how I want to be perceived, how I'm presenting myself, on my authentic self at all times. So it was just kind of like I said, getting to where we can present it the right way, and just making sure, like, if you don't like it, it's cool. Like,
I heard you say that, and that was one of my
like,
questions.
and I hate that. I hate that because it's not cockiness at all. It's just like being sure of myself, being sure of the music. I know the music moves me. I'm the only person that has like all of the music and lives my daily life to it. I've connected with it, and I'm sure other people will as well. It's just, I don't know. I just try not to sound cocky in any way. It's just literally me just
So
being.
I definitely didn't take it as cockiness. I took it as ownership. And I thought that just based on your age, I just thought that was so prolific. Just the way that you said it, and you was like, if you don't like it, and you didn't say it cocky, you was just like, if you don't like it, that's fine. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can listen to it. So I was just like, and usually, and I know, and even just by talking to my daughter, and various different artists, because artists take it so hard and take it personal if people don't respond, they don't get this many likes, or they don't get this, and people aren't responding the way that they used to. It's kind of like, like a punch in the throat to them. And I tried to tell my daughter, I said, people fall off. This music industry is nothing like it was. Miss Moretta, when we had fans, we're still fans of the people we was fans of in 1977. These people fall off so quick.
And I want to say to anybody who's an artist or an artistic person, your family and friends may not be your fans. The people on your Facebook page that are your friends won't even hit like sometimes. But a good example of Jacques is that Quality Time song that he didn't even want to put out during COVID. And I was like, I love this song. It means so much about quality time while we're all on lockdown.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Yeah, that did.
No,
that
no,
is exactly what happened. That was my idea.
You're confusing it with Love in the Air. That is not what happened.
No. Quality Time was the song during COVID.
You
correct?
Did not hear it until it was out.
No, you said
You're thinking about Love in the Air. Quality Time, I just threw it out and you were like, oh my God, what is this?
But you didn't want to push the song. You sent it to me to listen to.
Yeah, because I did it for like the little like SoundCloud contest. And I didn't think much of it. Yes.
Right.
I did not.
And I told you to release it.
You were like, all right, we need to like actually do something with it because the numbers were going crazy.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
That's what she said. I'm have to roll with the
I'm just cleaning it up.
So we put that song out, and let me just
get off Jock now. I got your back. I got your back.
Y'all, you and him, y'all don't want to.
We already know.
So what happened? People in Indonesia, Malaysia, all these families started TikToking about why they were spending quality time with their family. And they were showcasing it. People we knew weren't excuse me. I can't curse, can I?
You can curse on here, honey. Yes, ma'am.
People we knew wouldn't fucking showcase the song.
Right.
But I'm going to say there are millions of people that have no idea who you are, but they know what they like. So don't base your energy and your music and your talent around some of the things that you know. You can have a person next door to you that's probably your best friend that won't even hit the like button because you got to get to a certain level for them.
Right.
Now, when the world knows you,
and
when they want free tickets to your concert, and when they want to sit in your VIP and take pictures with your camera crew, then it's different. Or they want you to come
been
do
knowing you
something
since 5th grade.
Right.
Yes. Or you're my cousin.
Right. Oh, the cousin is big. I got so many cousins.
When they want to get into something. But I just want to say, don't look at the people that you know to be your supporters or fan base. It's good for the ones. Now, we have some that, follow Jock from everything he does, and they're very supportive, like the Parkers down in Thomasville, Georgia, where we're from. We've got some people that are always just there. Alvin Jones. I mean, I can just name people that I know are going to support the cause and love the music, so, but don't look for that.
Right.
Okay, I got a question for you, Jock. Artist to artist, I'm going to piggyback off what Mom said. How do that make you feel when, it's a lot of people around you, but they might not be giving that support? Because some support is so free. Just sharing something, just, you know what I mean? It don't charge you to do it. You know what I mean? How do that make you feel as an artist? And then I'll piggyback on how I feel.
I honestly had to get to the point where I don't know. I don't hold it against people because it's like most of the people I know and I'll interact with. I mean, I've lowered the amount of interactions with those people that I feel that way towards. Just
Baby.
just happens. Not even like really think about it. It just happens because it's like
Right.
I'm not gonna put in something and not get it back.
Come on.
But
Come on.
yeah, I just really don't even hold it against them no more because it's like most of them that you will feel that way towards when you really think about it, it's like they're not actively pursuing something for themselves, so they don't really understand how much of a difference literally just throwing something on their story or hitting like or commenting like really
Come on,
makes a
through.
difference.
Come
But
through.
they don't really know because they're not putting themselves out there, wearing their heart on their sleeves. Like every time they upload something,
Right.
it's just
I
social
think they
media.
know.
Look, I'm with you,
I love
Mama.
that. I
I
love
think they
his
know.
answer. Like,
But it's like, I mean, they don't know what we feel. Like they're not gonna
right.
get that feeling until they do it.
Yeah.
They know what they feel when they want you to do something.
And Mama, I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll with you. They know what they feel when they sharing. I'm just gonna tell you about the barbecue that I did. So many people shared that and stuff. Don't know me from a can of paint, so they know when they can share other people's stuff. And that's just like we got Preston Hogan in here. I'm gonna show his calendar later. Yeah, and I'm like, hey, this is us. He's from our city. This is us. Share his stuff, purchase his stuff. That is for us. So you can share everybody else stuff that you'll never meet in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You never have the opportunity to meet them, but you want to steady share their stuff and look at this. Yeah, do that for your people.
I
Go
used to
ahead.
feel like
It kills
when it
me
first,
the people that like give like entire think pieces about celebrities that they like just don't know, and it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
you
I had
literally know
one.
somebody that has like better stuff and is really trying. They don't even really like. They're part of a machine. Like they're not
Yeah.
even really like doing anything.
I had a lady tell me she couldn't post Jock's music because her thoughts of how she felt with her religious background could not allow her to post rap music or anything that she thought was R&B or just she couldn't do that. She just couldn't bring herself to post it. And I'm sitting there looking at her like I've been knowing this person forever and I'm going, but you go with somebody's husband.
Or you just cussed them kids out this morning to go to
Yeah,
school. Quit playing.
you can't
Quit
post
playing.
rap music and you go with
You
somebody's
got
husband.
you got somebody's whole husband in your bed, girl. Stop playing
Don't
about
give
the
me
relationship.
that. You know,
Yeah.
just
Woo-wee. Oh my goodness, they throwing laughter and hearts up on that. Yeah. So Shiffy, how does that make you feel? Because I know me and you have
At
stopped
first,
talking.
I used to be so emotional. Like, I used to be like, oh my God, because I'm the type of person, like, I'll go all out. I'm like my mom. I'll go all out. And it ain't just to go all out to be like, oh, I did this or, or nothing like that. It's just, that's just what type of person I am. So I start thinking people was me. I had to really realize everybody not going to be you,
mhm.
Everybody's not going to, basically support like you. Everybody not gonna do that. I used to go to local shows, everything, and support everybody. I don't know why I'm froze right now, but I hope y'all can hear
Oh,
me.
we see you.
We
But
hear you.
yeah,
We see
basically I
you.
used to get emotional, but now I just feel like Jock. I just feel like, hey, it is what it is. When we at the top, just have that same energy.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I like how
Did
the
you hear
both of
me?
you said that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
heard you.
Oh my God.
We heard you. We heard you. Girl, she
She
is
can't hear us. We hear her
right.
fine.
No,
Okay,
that's
so
the
this big old earring that fell off, these are a little bit heavier than I thought they were. But
I
I'm gonna
want to
leave it
tell
on
them a
home.
little bit about ownership before we leave tonight too.
Okay, definitely. Jock, you are in the hot seat. The ladies want to know, are you single?
no, I'm most definitely single. Just kind of just getting back in the headspace of like I don't know, entertaining certain things, but most definitely single.
Okay.
I've always been like a sap lover boy type. But I think this has been the longest that I've been single like ever since like grade school, since like 8th grade. So I was enjoying the space, but like now I'm back at it. I'm like,
So how
little
long were
shit.
you enjoying that space, Jock?
It's been like 2 years now.
Oh, okay. Oh, ain't nothing wrong,
That's
honey. I
good.
like
But
that. Ain't nothing wrong with it, honey. Ain't nothing wrong.
before that, I'm not lying. Before that, the longest span I've been not in a relationship was like 6 months.
Okay.
He's a relationship guy, but the
I
problem is,
see.
do you want to know what the problem is?
What is it?
Well, hopefully these couple of years without a relationship has
Look
made
at y'all.
that better.
They are us.
They all have, like, they need a, I don't want to say it and offend anybody, so let me say it right.
Text me, I'll say it.
They all need a little therapy.
Ah,
He picks
oh,
He's a
Yeah.
therapist. He picks these people
oh.
No,
Well, Shiffy have more
that
in
need
common than I
counseling.
thought.
no.
Yeah.
You,
People think
I'm
I'm
Josh,
just,
Dr. Phil for some reason.
it was one of them. I got a call in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. Miss Johnson, I don't know where Jock is. He's not.
girl,
I'm like, what the hell? It's one of
girl.
us.
Hey,
He had her
that
sliding
was
down the
in
wall.
high school, wasn't it?
I don't know, but
Well, Jack,
you
That was
take
in high school.
everyone you've had. One I
mm,
really liked, but oh my God. So I'm hoping this new headspace he's in will stop trying to make him be a fixer. That's what
right.
I'm.
Ah,
I'm
Shiffy
never, I'm
Wallace.
never trying to be
Shiffy.
a
Oh,
fixer.
Shippy's a fixer.
Shiffy
I'm never,
Wallace.
Yeah.
I'm never
Yeah.
trying to be a fixer.
You don't try to, but that's
I
just
get in, and they decide to wait until like a year and to show that they are a little off. That is not my fault.
But how do I know it from the beginning? And I tell
right.
you, evidently I see it from the beginning.
No, I don't. It's
It'd be
just
like that sometimes.
but with moms specifically, like we feel like y'all never gonna like nobody.
Oh, I will
Like
like
I
people,
don't.
but I know toxic. I know toxicity when I see it, and I'm like, yeah, it's time to roll. Me and my daughter have had this conversation plenty of time, and I'm like, listen here. If you was talking to somebody else in this same position, I said, I want you to give yourself advice. And you have to make it real to them. And Shiffy is a therapist to many of her relationships. She is a person that has to motivate people to get up and do things. No, get somebody that's already motivated, that's at the table,
Mm-hmm.
and ain't cuckoo for cocoa puffs. And then we're gonna get this thing on. We're gonna get some grandkids. We're gonna get it popping, Miss Moretta.
That's right.
Jock, it's a few people in here saying, honey, ain't nothing wrong with your break. Ain't nothing wrong with dating yourself. Keep doing you as long as you want to. So
Mhm.
my next question is, okay, so I want to know, I was looking at your wardrobe and stuff on the show. So I want to know, what is your sense of style? Because you give me a certain vibe, and then I got a good question for you after that. But I definitely wanted to get that in.
It's really however I'm feeling for the day.
No, you got a little swag. I see a little swag on there.
I mean, even right now, like
He give
I'm
businessman
chilling, but like,
sometimes.
you know what I'm saying? Like I also just hate Wednesdays. I'm gonna say that. Like everybody around me knows I hate Wednesdays. For whatever reason, Wednesdays, just usually like just like a very like humdrum day for me. I don't know. But when I gotta step out, I'm gonna step out.
Facts.
When I go to work on music, I dress like it to feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just kind of, it's just however I'm feeling, and trying to stay in a space to where I feel comfortable with whatever I'm wearing. That's my most important thing, is just feeling comfortable. And then I'm big on accessories and things like that. So you'll see like the Stay Shady sunglasses, jewelry.
That's on my question.
Really big on bracelets and wristbands and things like that. But yeah.
Okay, well, I like your style. I like your swag. I like your drip, your sauce, and all of that. So this is me. I don't see in the future of anything, but I was definitely saying when I seen you, when I was watching the episodes, I said, I want to know if these shades are symbolic of something. That's why I wanted to know if you were single. I said, do those shades, because you wear the heart shades, do those represent somebody?
No, it's just leading. It's just kind of like leading with love. And also like, I feel like, it's kind of, I guess, weird to some people seeing a guy in heart-shaped sunglasses, but I feel like I wear them well.
Oh, you do.
Oh, thank you.
Nothing
And
weird about that.
yeah, it's just promoting love, making sure, showing that like you can be comfortable within like what you're wearing, and you know just try different things.
So I'm gonna tell you what Miss Wallace I just put this all in my own head. So I said, oh, so he ain't gonna talk about his girlfriend. So she like, yeah, these hearts is indicative of me. So when you see them in those heart glasses, that represent me. So that's my whole question on there.
You made a whole story up.
I made a whole story up, y'all.
Right, you made
I
up a
made a
whole
whole
woman.
story.
A whole woman, he said.
Right. He said I done made a whole relationship, a whole woman.
Yeah,
She got me wearing the
put all that
glasses.
on him.
So on episode 4, y'all had me on a cliffhanger. I was like, oh, and I was at work. I'm like, oh no, hurry up, episode 5. I'm like, episode 5, go on. So episode 4, I'm gonna key you guys up for episode 4. So Miss Moretta, again, for those who just joined, was Jock's momager for years, just like I am with
I
Shiffy.
know which way you're
And
going.
and the episode 4, there was a cliffhanger where Miss Moretta was talking to his now manager. So I'm gonna key this up for y'all. I had a field day
Oh
out of
my
this. I ain't gonna lie. I
This is funny.
had a field day. It was a field day for me. I was cracking up. I told Shiffy, I said, girl, wait until you watch this episode. Let me see.
Oh,
I
my
forgot
goodness.
to cue it in first. Let me get it in. All right, let me see. Oh yeah, here it is. Episode 5. I already got you queued up, Miss Moretta. They about to see you. Show your butt. They about to see you. Let me cue it up. Hit play.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Patrick, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, I wanted to call you because Jock went to the vineyard. He did the lesson and the tour and everything, but we're going to be putting together maybe some type of mixing the band with the vineyard.
Okay. All right. When you say we're putting together, it sounds like you guys are already kind of close there. Is there a reason that this didn't come up with me until right now?
Well, it wasn't intentional. It's just that the band decided they want to do something, and then I met Orson, who works with the different vineyards, and he wants to do something, so we're talking about it. That's why I'm calling you now.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate that, but maybe next time I think I should probably be involved in those initial conversations that you were having. I'm trying to do everything that I can for Jacques here, but it is a little bit difficult when I'm running on very limited information sometimes.
Okay, but when you are not there and people have to talk immediately, I take the talk. So now I'm relaying the information. But this is the second time you've said that, so I'm gonna take heed to it, and we'll talk about it later. Okay?
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Hey, I am trying to help you too, Moretta. I'm trying to take things off your plate.
In the words of Ike Turner, don't worry about Ike. Worry about Tina. Don't worry about Ike. Bye.
Woo! Y'all.
Don't worry about Ike.
Girl, when I see that, I was like, so that was a cliffhanger on episode 4. I said, oh, I can't wait to watch episode 5. And so that is just basically, she used to be your manager. And then also the mama bear coming out. That's because the line is so tricky and so it's just so crazy. But I was cracking up. I said, she reminded me of me so bad. You was like, well, you wasn't there. But then when you said, let Ike take care of Ike, I said, ooh. And then y'all, I didn't show this part, but then, so right after that, Jacques, they had you on there and you was just like, it was like a be real. And you was like, yeah, I don't get involved unless I have to. And I was like, you know how Calby is. If he is like, yeah, I just don't get involved unless I have to. So yeah, they can just work that out. Now, if I have to step in, I will. But deuces, I'm good on that. So I know it's hard for you to be in that role, and you still want to do things, and you want the best for your son, the artist, and your son. and sometimes that momager manager just kicks back in, and that's the type of mode I seen you in on that clip.
Well, and there's probably some young people going, "Who is Ike anyway?" But
They know
listen,
anime.
Right.
I was on site. They weren't there, and they should have been there with him, but I was there. So when I'm relaying the info, I wasn't trying to take over. I was
Mm-hmm.
just letting you know. But after so many times of hearing, why am I just hearing this? Why am I? It's like I really adore Patrick. He's really
Mm-hmm.
an asset, and he's Jock's friend as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like my little stepson. But I feel like there's still a lot about this industry that I've learned,
Mm-hmm.
and some things have to be handled fast.
Right.
So
It's on the spot right there.
that's where I was with that.
Okay, okay. So Jock, have you had to step in yet? Look at him. I think
I
he
mean,
have, y'all.
really, really, right now, I don't step in between their conversations. I'm really at the point. It's like they need to figure it out. Like, while it's like not as big of things as we
Right.
like get up to like different things. To where they know how to work together and figure things out and not butt heads as much. But really, sometimes I'll just be like, "Hey, Patrick, you know what I'm saying? I talked to my mom earlier today. Just warning you, this is not her day. Just kind of stay away off from it. It's not gonna go well if you trying to like,
Here's the warning.
yeah. I just give them some warning. That's really
He's the
it.
messenger.
There ain't been no like real problems or anything. So
I mean, you just seem so laid back, just, from the time I met you and just watching you over the years on television. Again, his show is Who is Jock Johnson? It's on Peachtree. If you're not in Atlanta, I know it's a couple of people in here in Atlanta, you can watch it there on Peachtree. If not, you can go to Who is Jock Johnson's website, and the episodes are there. And I also found all the episodes on
JockJohnson.
YouTube. Excuse me.
JockJohnson.com.
JockJohnson.com, and that is JACQUES, as it's on his name is right there, Johnson.com. And you can also stream it on YouTube. I've seen all the episodes on YouTube because she was like, "Mom, where can I get it? Where can I get it?" And then my mom was even watching it. She was like, "Oh, well, let me watch it. Let me watch it. Put it on my TV." I was like, "Okay." So Miss Marita, I know you are a producer, and you have been working in the music industry. First of all, Shiffy, did you have a question before Miss Marita is going to talk about ownership?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, you don't have no
Talk your
other
stuff.
questions for
Talk your
Jock?
stuff. Talk your stuff.
Okay, so Miss Moretta has been wearing a number of hats, and so I want to let our audience know a little bit about ownership. We have Preston Hogan in here. He's been flying down to Atlanta. I might need to link y'all up. Preston. I might need to link you up with Mr. He's a videographer, so he's been working on a couple of movies down in Atlanta.
Okay.
So he's down there a lot now. He was a person that assisted me a lot.
Okay.
He was a blessing in my documentary, and he's also a great photographer, especially on aerial shots and everything. So I'll link you guys up because he comes down there a lot. So I want you to tell them about ownership and how you should proceed, because without ownership, you and I know Jock is well versed on this too, because he turned down a deal. And we're going to talk about that. Don't let me forget, Jock, because I know that was one of your big questions on iHeartRadio on the interview. Go ahead, Miss Moretta, and tell them about ownership.
As an artist, you look at your streaming and they look at your views, and that's how they decide how much money they want to offer you and if they want to offer you anything. But what we decided was you have to think outside the box with your career, with your income, with who you are. And ownership plays a key part into how you can make money on your own. With the television series, we own the series. I followed if you want to do some research on Byron Allen, please do, about ownership of television and your series. And when you own your series, then you can have it put in different places and make money that you probably wouldn't see if you didn't own it. The music inside every single episode is owned by Jock. So all the music is his. So that means his licensing of his own music is in his own show on his own platforms as well. When you look at those things, the merchandise, the wine that we use and we put out is owned by him. So we're big on ownership because it'll trickle first and then boom. You know, why pay somebody else to do a song to open your show? Why
Right.
pay somebody else to put music and license their music in your show? I can't wait to talk to Shiffy about what I think about her with comedy. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to her. She is hilarious. But it's just so many avenues when you're a gifted person. And you think outside the box and you start thinking about how not just my music, but my as being an artist, my name alone is my name that can make money for me. Because
Branding.
when that major label wants you or they want to take over, they take over everything, including
Right.
your name.
Yeah.
Your name is no longer your name during the time you're in that contract. So a lot of people don't realize why Prince changed his name to a symbol for so many years because he couldn't work under the name Prince
Right.
because they owned it throughout the contract. He had to wait till the contract was over. So he had to legally change his name in order to keep working. So just keep those things in mind when you think there are artists out here, just because you're hearing their ditzy ass song on the radio 5 or 10 times. Well, how are they making money?
Right.
Ownership. Because sometimes the people you're hearing on the radio are just getting prop money or advance money to keep them going to look good to you, but they don't own anything.
Right.
Probably own 10%, 8% of what they're making.
Right. That is so important. Thank you for the lesson. I definitely want to apply you and Jock because I told Shiffy, I said, honey, Jock music is on every episode, is throughout the thing. I said the branding, the marketing on that was genius. And just like you said, you got ownership. You don't have to just play a snippet. You can play as much as you want to because that music is yours. So Jock, I definitely want to applaud you and Miss Moretta for doing that. That's awesome. That's just and I told Shiffy, I was like, girl, I know his songs by heart. I've been watching the episode. I said, so that was it. And I was like, that is genius because that's how, because we all know when Cardi B came out, everybody laughed at Kodak Black. She can't even speak. We don't even know what she's saying, but they pushed it on us so much. It was everywhere. It was played everywhere that you started singing it. And so that was the whole point of the thing, is to make it to where it's stuck in your head. And so that's the same thing while I was watching your show. So y'all make sure y'all watch his show, Who is Jock Johnson. Make sure you watch that. I'll put a link on my page for you guys can go to the website. So yeah, that's very important to do that. So I thought that was genius.
Thank you.
For those of you who do not know, I'm going to play this clip. This is a part of Jock's interview with iHeartRadio. It was a great interview, and this is also on the episode. So give me a moment to cue this up, guys. And this was on episode 1. Give me one moment, please.
Like they said, I was like kicking to like hip hop and things like that.
Love that, love that.
Jock came along in my dad and his life when we had been married for a long time and had lost a daughter. She was killed by a drunk driver and didn't want any more kids. Jock came along and looked just like her.
So my parents got divorced a little while back after 30 years of marriage. Together in that time, they lived in different states, different countries, different cities. Had a kid, lost a kid, had 2 more kids. It's weird to me.
He was born with a little cross on his cheek, which is still there. And I just think he has this gift, you know, where he's definitely almost like a life coach to people.
I just feel like it keeps us all very close, and we all know what every individual within the family wants for themselves in the future, and different things are striving for, and we're all there, just there to like support, you know what I'm saying? So whatever that means.
Yeah, we kind of let him lead the way a little bit, because I think that's what he's supposed to be doing.
Once I got to about like 13, started really listening.
Yeah.
And taking in the different aspects that go into creating music, the words, the beats, the flows, and things like that. And then I had a teacher, 9th grade year, that was very big on me joining the poetry club.
Oh, cool.
One of the biggest things that helped me with that, we got into that space, and everyone within it, we had like a whole big showcase for it, and everyone was kind of just like shocked when I would go.
That is so nice.
Yeah, so then I just kind of stayed with it, finally got in like a big studio for the first time as like a 10th grader.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was already touring and things like that. I used to open for like Mindless Behavior.
Cool.
Back in like the kid days. So,
yeah.
Started.
I love that.
But steady killing the game. Ain't someone that does it better. Got me feeling like.
So I just wanted to show that clip for various reasons, just to show how close-knit your family is, and just to give another side of Jacques, just besides being an artist, where it comes from, the type of family that you were raised in. And I know that you wrote a song about your sister, which is beautiful. And just wanted them to get
that one.
Just to get a sense of just your style and everything and how you present yourself, because like you are so laid back, but it's so many layers to that and so many reasons, you know, and just me just watching all of your episodes, going through, doing my research, looking at every interview you did. I watched several shows that you did, things like that. It just made me feel like, you know, like, oh, I understand, because you, like you said, I don't want to seem cocky. No, you don't seem cocky, because I feel like I know you, just by watching you, and just by even the way that you sit in the chair, the way that you talk, articulate your words and everything. I just wanted to show everything. I didn't want to go to the sensational clips and stuff like that, you know, the amped up clips, because to me, that is like the real you. I could see you in those clips. I could see you in those clips. And I know that, you know, and it's real life, just like you said. And the reason I showed that clip also is because earlier, I already had the clip queued up, but earlier you said, I am the person that is living these lyrics that I am putting out there. And so that was just a real part of it. And I know during the interview, I watched a couple of interviews with you, Girl Get Out, and also on iHeartRadio, where you were offered a deal. You were offered a deal and you turned it down. And a lot of people say, well, it's reasons. Shiffy had to turn down a deal years ago. It was something that made you turn a deal down. Can you educate the people on, like, every deal is not for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like we just said, the biggest one is just like ownership. Like, what are you gonna really get out of it? After like the first couple of years, even in the first couple of years, like a lot of people get shelved. Like, knowing what shelving is, like you're just sitting there on the roster. You're not allowed to release anything. Like, no matter what you make, no matter what you bring to them, no matter what your ideas are, sometimes they could take your ideas, give them to other people, and not really have to pay them for it, like pay you for it. Yeah, so it's just going into it knowing, I guess, what you're willing to like negotiate, and some of them are just like hard no's. Like, I'm just gonna stand on this. I need at least like this, this, and this.
Right.
Yeah, so just really like knowing what all of the different verbiage is, and also just having a lawyer look over stuff.
Yes. Say that part again. Having a what? Having a what?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I want to add to that too. that's what this show is about. He wanted to be true to who he is. You know, sometimes you get offered a deal and it comes with, you can't speak this way. You can't you can't be in the suburbs and go do archery and boxing, and that's who he is. You can't, you got to have a street name. What's your street name? Well, he just, I'm just Jock Johnson. That's what I always been. Um, you know, it's a lot of things sometimes comes with an offer, and sometimes it doesn't. And you know, the right thing that comes along to back him and what he's doing and partner with him, you know, then fine. We're not against that, but this is what the show's about. You get to see a young man with a small team making these things happen, but his life is his life. Is no we're gonna pretend to be fighting all the time just to make
Right.
you happy. We're not gonna pretend that he likes doing this when he likes doing this kind of stuff. You know, so it's showing that you can be who you are.
Right. And just what both of you said. When you guys watch the episodes, you'll see and hear videos and music from Jock. Very good music. So you'll see that, and you'll see about the ownership that will click in. If it hasn't clicked into you now, you'll see about the ownership and what that young man just said about that was very important, that he can be a shot caller of his own stuff. We done heard Missy Elliott, Timberland, all of them who are big stars now that was in the basement sitting on a shelf for years because whoever had them there, that's where they wanted them. So this is not going to happen to Jock Johnson, and his mom and ex-manager is definitely not going to let that happen to him. So I would like to thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. This is the only podcast, the hottest podcast in the Midwest, that shout out people in real time. We do this every episode. So people are clapping and saying, great job.
I got a story quick for you that nobody else has heard.
Okay.
No other interviews heard this. This is just for you.
Okay, I got an exclusive.
Because you just made me tear up. You just made me tear up in front of all these people. The part about my daughter, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, lost a child before Jock. Lost a child before Jock to a drunk driver. She was 2 years old. She was killed on Valentine's Day. So every year in February, I go through this moment. But then 6 years later, got pregnant with Jock. And I was so happy and nervous at the same time, right? Got sent to the ER, and they said, we have to remove this pregnancy. This baby does not have a heartbeat. And I'm like, what? I feel fine. And this doctor came in and she said, stop crying. I said, can I do another ultrasound, please? I feel like the baby's fine. I've buried a child before. I can't do this right now. And this doctor wheeled me down to the MRI herself and did the MRI, and he was fine, jumping around. And he was meant to be here. Like I said, he was born with the cross on his face, looked just like his sister did. And when he came to me and said he wanted to do music, and I wanted him to go to law school and do this, and I was like, you know what? This man, this kid knows what he is already.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my story.
That is awesome. He was born with the cross on your face. That's a blessing. A blessing among blessings, honey. That in our community, that means something. That means something special. So again, so y'all ain't getting away without talking y'all shit. Let me do my shout out, because y'all got to talk y'all shit. My sister from St. Louis is in here, Mary B. Barnes, Shanika Colbert, Patty J. Morgan, Karen Curry, Preston Hogan, Vanessa, Betty McDowell, Yvette Turner, my sister Yvette Turner, my sister Kim Hollingsworth said, hi, Miss Moretta. Nice to see you again. My sister Regina Addison, Monique Henry. What is this? Lit Pics Photo Blue. Okay, Lit Pics Photo Blue. Selena Shear Joyner, Krista Williams, Shiffy with the Blop Blop Blicky, Vanessa, Charlene Melton, Regina Preston, I'm going through here, y'all. Carletta Venable, thank you for joining. We had like 5 men on. We never have men on. We had Tony Gould, Lavelle Wells, Sherman Wells, who is an activist. I love him. Let me see. Okay, it looks like I got most people. Joy Lyons is in here. I know I missed some. So, hey guys, you know, we on a time limit. Charge it to my head and not my heart. But this is the time. Jock Johnson and Moretta Johnson Ross, this is the time. You can't get away from it. The time of the show where we allow you to talk your shit segment. It is you have to tell us something you are sick and tired of, and you get a couple of minutes to rant about something you are sick and tired of. I did a rant earlier about these goddamn kids. Grown kids keep trying to blame their parents for every damn thing that's going on in their life. Mama, you're 30. You're 40, you're 50, you're grown as hell. Take care of yourself. And yes, you are supposed to take care of your children. If I do anything for you, that's extra. If I don't, then that's your responsibility. Miss Moretta, we're going to leave the last person standing is Jock Johnson. So we are going to ask you to, what are you sick and tired of? And go ahead and talk your shit. Stay Wokers, go ahead and put your talk your shit segments in there and I'll shout them out.
Oh my gosh. I'm tired of baby mamas lying on these men saying they're the daddy. I am so sick of people raising kids till they 8, 9 years old and finding out that's not their kid. They should have something for these women to be locked up or pay back. And men, know your rights. Test these babies. I don't care if it's your girlfriend, your fiance. Test the babies. Get your legitimation paperwork. I am tired of men not taking care of them, but the wrong men taking care of the wrong babies too.
Talk your shit, Miss Moretta. I am like you, honey. I told my son, now with his with my daughter-in-law Marquia, now I wasn't gonna test that baby, but I said if any other one come through, we gonna. But to me, I said you should just want to know.
You should want to know.
You should just want to know, because and I know some of my friends have taken care of children. It broke their hearts. It broke their hearts. They want to kill the woman. Almost killed them because the woman lied on them. Stop lying on people. If you know you're out there being trifling, if you got a little hoisha in you, just be honest about it. Say you could be the daddy.
That's right.
It's a possibility.
It's not fair to the child.
Daddy. Right. Yeah. Good topic. Talk your shit. Jock, who is Jock Johnson? I need you to tell us what you is sick and tired of. Go ahead and talk your shit.
All right, so I kind of got like two small ones, but they both kind of piggyback off of what y'all said. One, it's like this whole idea. It's like, I understand like dating is what it is. Guys are supposed to provide, but the whole like immediately asking for you to pay my rent, like it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand, and it's easier to buy a car than have a girlfriend at this point. I don't know.
Talk your shit. Jock said, don't come to the table hungry. But if you hungry, bring something to the table. Maybe we can split it later on. And then maybe I can buy you a meal later on. But don't come to the table telling me, oh, I got a rumbly tumbly.
But like how we were talking earlier, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like somewhat have something that you working towards, that you focused on. Like you said, bring something to the table.
Right, bring something to the table. That is a good talk your shit moment. And me, I am a spoiled jock. I will let you know that. But I have always been my own woman. I can always do for myself. But I do like to be spoiled. Miss Moretta, a little bit high maintenance on the end over here. But it is not nothing I can't do for myself. I don't come to the table saying, I need this, I need that, I need that. I make a man. This is what I do, Jock. I'm about to school you a little bit, so nobody will do it to you. Look, I make a man want to do it for me. I make him want to do it for me.
We should want to, not like coming into it like, like, oh, it's a job. Like I have to do this.
Right. And
like, it should be because I want to do these things, and I want to do these things for you specifically. Right.
And it's sincere that way. And don't try to force nobody to do something. I mean, and if you see that coming, you know how to let me get on up out of here, because that toxic relationship might be falling with that, because I am not your sugar daddy. First of all, I'm too young, so beat it. We got Miss Juanita Hayes said, I'm sick and tired of these women cussing their kids out at the store, calling them everything but the child of God. So
that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go, Jock.
I'm just very much like an advocate for the kids. Stop being so hard on these kids. Y'all did not grow up in the age of technology. I tell my brother all the time, I cannot imagine having to go to school during a pandemic, and then they tell you can't go to school, like you're fully online. Like these kids have been through stuff. Stop being so hard on these kids.
Okay, Jack, you can talk your shit on that, but I'm hard on the kids. I'm trying to make them. I'm trying to shape them into something nice. But listen here, if you do what you're supposed to do at home, you don't have to do all that cursing at the market, because all I have to do, and it's a done deal. It's a wrap. Now, as structured as I am, Jock, you would not believe it that the kids still love to, can I go over Auntie Shan house? Can I go over Auntie Shan house? And they say I'm the meanest one in the family. I'm the most strict, but I also believe in positive reinforcement. When you're doing good, when you're doing something, I believe in rewarding kids, especially in this day and age with the modern technology, because some kids can get down and out just social media can tear them up by themselves. The bullying and things like that. So I definitely believe in reinforcement. But yeah, you shouldn't have to curse your kids out at the store, because you should be doing what you have to at home so they know how to act when they are in the store. So yeah, I agree with you, and Miss Juanita on that. Sick and tired of what you are saying about these piggybacking off these grown 50-year-old disrespectful kids. I can't stand a disrespectful person. Yes, I want to do it. Not Preston Hogan said, yes, I want to do it like you, Jack, not where I feel like I have to or somebody is pressuring me to do it. Tamara Rich said, do we need to go to the bathroom? The question Miss Moretta, we already know. Do we need to go to the bathroom? Yeah, you don't have to do no screaming. Do we need to go to the bathroom? That's all you needed to say.
And the look. We used to do the look. Jock, didn't I do the look?
So my grandmother, my grandmother was what'd you say, Jock?
The look worked with me, but not my brother.
I know, that is so true. Oh my God, these younger ones. See, I had him a little late. I had him at 38. And I think my eggs were just old, and we just let him get a that one there will test me.
He said it don't work with my brother. But yeah, it's a different generation. Like my son and daughter are 14 years apart, and woosah. Yes. That's all I can say.
Yes.
So, Jock, you are definitely speaking the truth. Woosah. So I do want to thank Jock Johnson. Make sure you check his episodes out. JockJohnson.com. And Who is Jock Johnson is the name of the show. This is Jock Johnson. Make sure he is a young executive, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and ownership of his own music. You'll see that when you see the show. His fabulous mother, Miss Moretta Johnson Ross. I met her in 1996, and we have been cool ever since. I can't wait to get down there to see you again. You are tuned in to Stay Woke, the hottest podcast in the Midwest, the only podcast that shouts you out in real time and answers your questions on the spot. Again, we like to thank you, Stay Wokers. What do you tell them, Miss Moretta? Before you go to sleep, you got to do what?
Pray.
Stay woke.
Hey, now, Moretta, you've been out here twice. Jonathan already got it. Okay, Miss Moretta, we're going to give her one more chance.
Let's do it
again. We're going to give her another chance. We're going to give another chance. Miss Moretta, before you go to sleep, you got to do what? Blah, blah, blah.
Stay woke.
Boom. We out of here. Thank you guys all the way from Atlanta for joining us. We really appreciate you. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.